Decoding English. Unraveling the mystery of irregular verbs. Hello everyone. Welcome to another exciting video in our English Grammar Fundamentals series. Today, we're delving into a very interesting topic that many English learners find a bit tricky. We're going to be talking about irregular verbs. By the end of this video, you should have a clear understanding of what irregular verbs are, and you'll have several examples that will make this concept even easier for you to remember. Let's start with the basics. In English, most verbs are regular, which means they follow a predictable pattern when changing from present to past or past participle. Usually, you would add an ed or d to the base form of the verb, like in the case of jump, which becomes jumped in the past tense. However, there's a group of verbs that do not follow this rule. These are known as irregular verbs. They change their forms in unpredictable ways when they switch tenses. In many cases, you might notice a vowel change or a completely different word. For example, go becomes went in the past tense and gone in the past participle form. Let's take a look at a few more examples of irregular verbs. These verbs vary from the standard form and don't follow a specific pattern, making them a bit harder to remember, but don't worry, with practice, it gets easier. 1. The verb be. This verb changes to was or were in the past tense, and been in the past participle. 2. The verb drink. In the past tense, it changes to drank, and in the past participle, it becomes drunk. 3. The verb eat. It becomes ate in the past tense, and eaten in the past participle. 4. The verb see. This changes to saw in the past tense, and seen in the past participle. As you can see, the forms of these verbs can change quite dramatically, which is what makes them irregular. While irregular verbs might seem challenging at first, they are an essential part of English grammar. Many of the most commonly used verbs in English are irregular, so learning them is crucial for everyday communication. Not only will you understand others better, but you'll also be able to express yourself more accurately and naturally. And there we have it. We've defined irregular verbs, looked at some common examples, and understood why they are so important in English. Remember, practice makes perfect when learning irregular verbs. It might seem overwhelming at first, but with time and regular usage, you'll become comfortable with them. Keep practicing, and stay tuned for more helpful videos in our Grammar Fundamentals series. Until then, happy learning!